Lisa here and welcome back to my channel. So today we are building another house again. Yay, surprise! So this house here is built in Windenburg on a 30 by 20 next to the ocean, and I think this lot here is beautiful. I would love to spend my vacation here, especially in this home that I built here, because the home turns out to look amazing, I think. And something like my dream vacation home, maybe, I don't know, but maybe something similar, maybe. Yeah, so I'm really happy how it turned out, and it is definitely something different than what I'm usually doing. It looks different than my usual builds, I would say. But I really wanted to try out something new, and so I did. And yeah, so the whole house is pretty white and there's not too much of color going on, and it somehow has some kind of modern touch to it, I would say, which is really weird for me to say, because usually my builds are not modern at all, but this house is something about it is a little bit modern, I think. So yeah, it's definitely not the most modern build there is, but I kind of like that. I kind of like the build, yeah. So I saw an inspiration picture on Pinterest as per usual, and I will link it down in the description box. But it was a house, and I just thought, yeah, I want to recreate it when I saw it, because it looked different a little bit. And I just thought, okay, with the new Cottage living pack, which is actually not that new anymore, but with the Cottage living pack, it would be really nice to build, because there we got a lot of ivy. So yeah, I'm gonna add some ivy everywhere in some time and just make it look a little bit overgrown. But first I'm figuring out the roof situation, how everything works and how it looks nice. And yeah, there is also a little extension to the side, I would say, which is, yeah, it has this glass roof and also those glass windows, and I just wanted to give something like some kind of winter garden theme to it. Or not theme, but I don't know, like a sunroom. I think it's a sunroom, right? That's how you would call it, yeah. And I think it looked nice, and yeah. So now I'm adding the ivy everywhere, and I cut out a decent amount of that, because you can see I'm sizing down those flowers from Jungle Adventure, and it took such a long time to place all of them there. But it's just those plants sized down a lot, and yeah, I really like how it turned out. And I think I'm gonna, yeah, I will do that everywhere on the house, like in every corner, every side of the house has those flowers and the ivy, and I really like that. I think it looks nice, and yeah. So actually here is the front of the house, because I figured that the backyard from the house should be next to the ocean, because that's just what makes sense for me. Like you would rather want to sit in your backyard and look at the ocean than to look into the forest, I would think, even though the forest can also look pretty nice. But if your house is like right next to the ocean, you would want to sit there, I think. And so I decided to turn the house a little bit around and just make the back the front and the front the back, you know. And yeah, I think it looks really nice that way. And yeah, so here I also added a pool, and yeah, I know the pool probably is pretty dirty, or not dirty, but there are probably a lot of leaves in that pool if you think about it from a realistic kind of view. But I don't care, because I just thought I don't know, I thought it looked nice to have a pool there, so I added one, and everything also has more this kind of foresty vibe to it, I think. Yeah, it's not like the perfect home, I don't know how to describe that, what I'm thinking. I'm really bad when it comes to describing, actually. But maybe you know what I mean, maybe you don't, but it doesn't matter, so yeah. Anyways, I'm doing some landscaping at the moment. So I'm using those bushes from Cats&Dogs from the debug menu, because they're not as vibrant as the ones we got from base game in the normal build and buy. And now I'm just adding some plants from the Get Together pack. Yeah, the Get Together pack, just to make it fit in more with the surrounding. Also the trees, some of them are from that pack, and I just think it looks nicer that way, so that it fits with everything. And now I'm adding grass everywhere from Cottage Living, also from the debug menu. And I think this grass is just so beautiful and it gives everything more detail, and I absolutely adore that. I love those grass pieces, and yeah, so I'm adding them like everywhere just to make it look realistic and look more nicer. And I don't know, I'm really happy that we got those bunches of grass. I don't know, yeah. So also there has been some new things going on Twitter. I'm not sure if I actually like have understood everything right, but they are writing something about create new styles and colors or something like that. And it sounds a little bit like we are getting a color wheel, but I'm not sure. It's just, I just saw one picture on Twitter and yeah, I just looked at it and I thought, nice. They said that we are getting like 4 new kits, which is quite a lot, I would say, but I don't know, like, I don't know what to think about that. Like, tell me in the comments what you think about it, because I'm not sure what to think about it. Like, I think it is nice because we are getting new content, but also, like, 4 kids, do we really need like 4 of them? And like, are we getting any other packs? Are we getting an expansion pack? Are we getting a gameplay pack? Or are we just getting the 4 kids? I don't know. I would love to know and get more information about that. And also about the whole color wheel thing. I don't know if I've talked about that here on YouTube actually, because I have talked about that on Twitch, I know that, but I'm not sure if I talked about that here on YouTube. But actually, I'm one of the persons who don't think that they need a color wheel in The Sims. It's just too much decision for me. It's just, I don't know, I don't need all of the opportunities and all, like, you know, all the possibilities you have with the color wheel. It's just, they are endless and they are too much for me. You know, I don't know, it's just, yeah, too much to choose from if we would get something like that. So I don't know if I want that actually. I know that a lot of people want a color wheel and I'm happy for them if that's what it actually is, if we are really getting a color wheel. But for me, I'm really happy with the swatches we have so far. So I don't know. But actually thinking about that, I think it would be like really difficult for the Sims team to incorporate a color wheel at that point of the game, because we are like a couple of years into the game already, and adding a color wheel now makes it like you would be able to change every single item, like the color from every single item, also the base game items, you know, and I think that would be really difficult to achieve. So I'm not sure what to think about that, but it's just some speculation of me and I'm not sure, like, we will see in the next couple of days, weeks probably, what they really gonna do and what we are really gonna get, and I'm really excited about that. I'm also really excited about the new kits and everything. I'm looking forward to them. So yeah, back to the build. You might have already guessed we are on the interior, obviously. And yeah, I decorated the whole kitchen and I think the kitchen turned out looking really nice. I love it. And here is the dining area. So I placed down this table, which is from Get Famous, I think. Yeah, Get Famous. And the chairs are from the Dream Home Decorator pack. I think I'm using a lot from Dream Home Decorator in this build actually, because the pack is just, it has the nice, like the right vibe for the house. And yeah, so I'm adding the sectional sofa here from this pack, also like from the Dream Home Decorator one. And I'm adding a coffee table, which is from, like, you can't see that right now. Yeah, there it is again. It's from, what's the pack called? Wait a second, Get to Work, yeah. And I just sized one of them down and placed them next to each other, and I kind of like how it looks. I think it looks nice. And yeah, adding a rug, which is from the new kit, the Industrial Loft kit. Yes, that's how it's called. So yeah, now I'm just decorating those shelves a little bit more, and yeah, the whole house is actually not too cluttered. It's a decent clutter, but not everywhere, and I think it's nice this way. It's also something, I don't know, I built the whole house in like 1.5 hours, which is like quite fast for a house that size, but it's because I didn't add that much clutter everywhere, and that definitely makes a difference in time, even though I struggled with the floor plan so hard because I really wanted to add a staircase to the second floor and not use some kind of ladder up to the second floor, and that was so difficult. But I figured it out somehow because if you paid attention, you might have noticed the wall on the right from the house is like there is an empty room. Like there is some space which I don't use, and yeah, it wasn't possible to me any other way, and it just looked weird if I would have like some free space there. So I just decided to drag a wall, and yeah. So maybe the wall there, maybe they just have a really thick outdoor wall on that side of the house. I don't know, just imagine what you like. Play your imagine. No, wait. How do you say that? Just let your imagination go. That's what I meant. And I don't know. It's just, it didn't work out for me other way. But I hope you don't mind too much. And I hope you still like this house. And yeah, I like it. So that's okay for me. So in the sunroom, I decided to give them a fireplace and also place down a sofa. And I know there is no fire, like there's no chimney on the exterior in that space. The chimney is on the roof here, and that doesn't make that much sense in real life. But it just, I didn't care for this build. I don't know. Normally I really try to have them in the same space, but it just wouldn't work here. So yeah. Upstairs here there is a big wardrobe, and this is the sleeping room, bedroom, and another bathroom to the side. But we are actually already at the end of the video, so if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. That would really help me out, and you can also subscribe to my channel. That would also really help me out and would be super nice because I'm pretty close to 10,000 subscribers, which is super crazy. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just really I'm really happy if I will reach this number because it's huge. And yeah, I don't know, yeah, but just it would mean a lot to me if you would consider subscribing if you like my videos. I don't know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you all in the next video. Oh, I forgot to say, you can download the build from the gallery. My ID is sunnysimsieyt, and also from Patreon. The tray files, they are like the link to them is in the description box. Yeah, so good. Now I'm finished, I think. Okay, bye everyone.